again, this is Santos Rolon Jr. here on Next Level Consulting, or wherever you may find me here online. It is Thursday afternoon, and I wanted to create a second video on the topic that I've been actually talking about, which is mind optimization, or changing our belief systems, our behaviors. You know that most people do not know, in fact, most people don't even realize what the word paradigm means. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it meant until recently. My name is Santos Rolon Jr. here. And once again, you're on my channel here, Next Level Consulting. I hope that you decided to start this day really early in the morning with great rituals and with a decision to make your day a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day, or just many just say a great day or a super fantastic day. I choose to make it a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day because it's become habit to me. So what did I want to share in this sequel, more or less the sequel video? The other video that I had recently made, I was talking about how the brain works like a GPS system. And the word cybernetic or cybernetico has to do with guidance, or I believe the word cybernetico or cybernetic came from it's a military word, and it has to do with missiles, I believe, if I'm correct, where they created these missiles that were cybernetic. They were heat-seeking missiles. So they were programmed to reach a certain target, and of course, obviously, it was basically just kind of a system designed to take whatever measures it would need to be taking in order to reach that target. And you know, our minds are pretty much like that. A lot of people want to change behaviors. A lot of people want to change behaviors, and they really struggle with that. I know, because I did. And it wasn't until I began realizing, well, wait a minute, what's my life come to? I used to daydream a little bit, and I used to read books, and of course I still read books, and I'd look at when you look out into society, you know, you see the people apparently they look like they're living the good life. You know, they're driving the nice car, they're wearing a nice clothes, they seem to be happy, they look like they have a great job, and a lot of people do. And then there are those out there that are not happy. They hide it very well. And then there are those that definitely know they're not happy, and they're looking for ways to change their behavior. Some of them are put into places by force because they behaved wrong in society, or they committed a certain act out in society, or they did something against another human being. So therefore they are forced and put into these places that they have to conform to. And some people become institutionalized. And I'm not just talking about prisons, because you can actually go to college, you can actually go into the military and become institutionalized. I spent 8 years in the military, and I learned quite a bit about the brain. I know that the brain has the capability of changing and adapting to the environment when it needs to do that. But I also got out of the service, and I wandered for many years. I didn't know, I didn't have any direction. I got caught up with wrong associations. I made bad decisions. A lot of what I had before I went into the military came right back to me. So it's pretty amazing that for 4 to 8 years I was able to do the military thing, even though I did get in trouble in the military a few times, and I did make a lot of bad decisions while I was in the military that could have cost me my life very easily. Not only my life, but my shipmates' life too. So What are we getting at, Santos? What are you talking about here, paradigms? You're talking about behaviors and changing attitudes and changing our lives and becoming happier. Exactly. Exactly. That's the goal. If we're alive here in 2016, you know, I believe that 2016 is going to be a year of breakthroughs for many, just like myself. I declared about a year ago, and I told my wife and I told my family that 2016 was going to be a different year for me. Now, I didn't know how all of that was going to come about, but I had been doing some things. I had been doing a lot of reading. I had been doing a lot of video watching. And the video watching was not all entertainment. It was educational. I was listening to millionaires. I was listening to successful men and women, psychologists and doctors and business owners. And I would listen to their speeches over and over and over and over and over for hours and hours. I would read books. Of course, the Bible is one of my preference. I love the Bible, and I enjoy reading the scriptures at least several times a week, especially on Sundays, which I consider to be the Sabbath day. And I'm not a church member. I don't prescribe to a church, and I don't judge people that are in church. I just believe in having a relationship with my Creator through His Word and through prayer, or meditation, as many call it. But what I was doing was I was actually preparing myself for a paradigm change. I was actually bombarding the area of my mind that had been protecting me from change for a long time. I want you to think about that for a moment. I had been bombarding my mind with vision, with words, with affirmations. And I was attacking an area of my mind that was actually holding me back from causing change in the past. You see, your belief systems that you hold on to in your head, and maybe you've never thought about it this way, your paradigms, they're just a set of belief systems that you operate by. They're called the map, the GPS of the mind. We've been programmed from early on through our teen years up until our adult, even up to today. If you're doing a certain behavior that you know is wrong and you dislike and you continue to do that behavior, that is a result of your paradigm. So those paradigms actually block us from going in a different direction. Because again, if those paradigms, if those belief systems are not challenged, just like a GPS, if you set a GPS in a vehicle, a GPS is challenged, but once it's programmed, it'll go through streets, it'll bypass traffic, it'll go around an accident on the road, on the freeway, and it'll get you to exactly where you programmed that GPS to get you. The direction, you know, the final destination, the goal. And your mind is like that. Remember I mentioned earlier, cybernetical? Your mind basically will drive your body. It will, you know, your mind is like the computer of your body, and it will stimulate your body. It will stimulate your bones, obviously, your muscles, the reaction, your words, the way you see things, the way you hear things, and it will cause you to go in a certain direction in life. And if it's programmed for unsuccess, well, guess what? That's what you'll constantly get. And that's why we've been battling for so many years with trying to get ourselves out of certain things that we knew. Man, I hate this thing. Have you ever said that? Man, I hate what I'm doing. But yet you find yourself doing it over again. Or you say, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just going to stop doing it. Boom. Next you know, a couple days, a week goes by, and you're back at it again. Whatever it may be, a vice. You know, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be too much TV, it could be overeating, it could be prostitution, it could be pornographic material that you may be involved with online. It could be scamming people. Maybe you just got a really bad habit of lying. And those are behaviors, basically, those are paradigms that have been instituted into our subconscious, into that GPS. So I've been on a series of videos talking about rituals and some of the things that I do on a daily basis to help myself stay at peak performance. And I talk about this all the time. mind optimization or optimizing paradigms. Obviously, we know what optimization means. It's an upgrade, you know, changing, making it better. And paradigms are belief systems. When you start attacking your own belief systems through what I'm sharing in this video and other videos that I talk about on my channel, you'll begin to get into that area that's been basically protecting you from making change. Now, once you make the changes, you got to get into that area, that subconscious area, and you got to bombard it. It's almost like you got to wash that part of your brain. And the only way that you're going to do that is through repetition and focus. You know, I talk about visualization. I talk about the mind's eye, the vision that you hold on to on a daily basis. If I get into that in this video, it's just going to be way too much information. But there's a lot of different techniques. There's a lot of different, well, I'm not going to say there's a lot. There's a few rituals that I perform that I talk about in my videos. And I'll tell you, my friend, that if you watch my videos, and it doesn't necessarily have to be my videos. I watch other people's videos, and I watch my own videos too. Of course, I got to edit them a little bit. But I do watch my own videos because I have great hope and I have great self-belief in myself because I've changed my life. I've changed the way that I think. I've changed the way that I speak. You know, I'm a short guy. I'm like 5'4". I get around a lot of people. Most people are taller than me. And I used to have a fear. I used to have all kinds of fears. You know that in my mind, I see myself as over 100 feet tall. You know, that's the kind of image that I hold on to on a daily basis. I hold on to the image of I'm an overcomer. I'm a champion. I'm a winner. I'm a fighter. I got anger in me to fight against the injustices that my own brain has done against me and what other people have done to me in the past. Of course, I'm a lot smarter and I'm getting a lot wiser these days, so I'm very careful with my decisions these days. I'm very careful what I say to people and what I say to myself. But I'm the type of person that I don't like to sugarcoat. I like to, you know what, I like to say it the way it is. And I believe in you, and I believe in every other human being on this planet that's still breathing. We all have the capability to change our lives. We all have the capability to become successful. And I'm not talking about having millions of dollars. Successful means that you are completely happy doing what you love to do every day with whom you like to do those things with. You know, a teacher, you become a teacher, you're a success if that's what you are, if that's what you wanted to do. Because truly, you will not become happy, completely happy, unless you're doing exactly what it is that you have been called to do or you feel fulfilled to do. So I might have gone a little bit overboard on this video talking about change and talking about behavior, but you know what? I got tremendous confidence in you that you can change your life, and you can start it with a decision. You add to that decision desire, and it's amazing what can happen. A little bit of study here, a little bit of rituals over here, a little bit of changing over here, a little bit of affirmations over here. Next thing you know, you're bombarding that part of your brain. Notice how I keep talking about bombarding that part of your brain. That's what it's going to take to change behaviors. Don't try to change the behavior. Change the belief system that causes the behavior. I'm going to say that again. Don't try to change behaviors because it doesn't work. It's like saying you're going to do this on New Year's, the New Year's resolutions. And we know that most people that have a New Year's resolutions list, they don't accomplish it. A couple of weeks, couple of months, and then they go right back to it. What we want to do is we want to attack those belief systems, those paradigms that actually are causing us to do those behaviors over and over. And we don't want to focus on what we shouldn't do, but we need to focus on what we should do. See what I'm saying? You focus on what you should do. And all you got to do is make a decision, my friend. You tell yourself, okay, this is what I'm going to do today. Boom, and then you go do it. It's that simple. Now, it is simple to make a decision and to do something today as a start. And you may fail, but you'll get back up. The more that you do this and the more that you bombard your brain, the quicker your behavior changes. The quicker your behavior changes. The longer you put it off, the more you continue to reinforce those paradigms that you have, those existing paradigms that are doing you no good. And guess what? It just gets harder and harder and harder to change your life. So I hope that this video does make an impact in your life. And if it does, I would encourage you to comment below, subscribe to my channel, watch more of my videos. I guarantee that you will change. And you know what? I am on a challenge for growth. I am on a challenge for self-mastery. I want to become my very best, my friend. I want to break barriers that I don't even know I have in my own mind yet. I want to become, before I leave planet Earth, I want to, you know what? I want to blaze a path and let others see that flame of fire, and that they can follow too, that they can change their lives, that they can become better, that they can become successful. If you want to become a millionaire, you can choose to become a millionaire. If you want to become a better father, if you want to become a better husband, if you want to become a better friend, a better business person, you can do that. You can. I have the belief in you. But you got to start with a decision, and then you got to start with those rituals, attacking those belief systems, those paradigms, so that you can make those awesome changes in your life, and you can start living the dream today and be on that natural high. So once again, I believe I've probably gone overboard on this video, but I truly hope that you stick around, because there's more to come. I will see you on my next video at the top. And remember to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day, daily, in spite of and because of.